Greetings everyone, Slizzle466 here, and in today's video I want to talk about Odd Rogue. This is a deck that's kind of fizzled out quite a bit, but I picked it up the other day, this specific list by a Japanese player, and I took this list from rank 5 Diamond Floor to Legend in about 4 hours of playing, which is probably the fastest Legend climb I've ever had. Let me show you my stats. If we go over here, we look at my stats. So I had a 71% win rate to Legend. I was playing on the Europe server. I was queuing into a ton of Demon Hunter for some reason. I don't know why, because I normally play on the Americas server where it's a little bit... On the Americas server, everyone loves their Quest Mage and their Even Shaman. But for some reason, tons of Demon Hunter, which I wasn't expecting. But look at these stats. 12-0 against Demon Hunter. Most of them were odd. I also went 5-1 against Paladins, most of them being mech. Overall, it was 29-12. This also includes a few games I played at Legend as well. But really amazing win rate to Legend, and I was shocked at how well it performed. Now, if we look at the deck list, there's nothing that special about it. Things to note are Spy Mistress. So this is a new card, 1 mana 3/1 stealth. This is actually pretty incredible. A lot of the time you actually want to play this on 1 instead of a pirate. For example, against an Even Shaman, you play this on 1. You're guaranteed to be able to deal with their Totem Golem, whether you're on the coin or the play. Also, quite often, since the aggressive decks are even more aggressive, it's quite okay to go Spy Mistress, coin, pirate, and have a really strong board. So I found the early game playstyle has changed a bit with this deck, so you got to be a little bit careful in the first few turns. We're running Shady Dealers, which I think are pretty nice. Against Priest, it's actually really nice just to tempo it out because it's a 4-attack minion. You can also coin it. Again, coining a 4/3 on 2 is good. When it becomes a 5/4, it's very strong for a 3-drop. If Shady Dealer isn't working for you, though, I'd recommend putting in a South Sea Captain or maybe Ironbeak Owls. It really depends on your meta. The Faceless Corruptors are amazing. I'm often finding that I'm not even turning my 1-drops into 4/4s to trade. I'm just turning my 1/1s into 4/4s to have a good board. And this is also really good against Even Shaman because they then devolve them into 4 mana minions. There's a Loethar, which is absolutely critical. The Corridor Creepers, I consider these a tech. This is an anti-aggro tech. So again, if you're queuing into lots of Even Shamans, Paladins, Pirate Warriors, Corridor Creep is really good. Okay, so during this game, I'm going to go into as much detail as possible to explain my plays. Now, my rank looks terrible. I actually clocked in at Legend at around 1100. I got up to 950 at one point, fell a bit, but there are a ton of Legends already on EU, so I'm not necessarily in the dumpster. Now, up against a Demon Hunter, as we saw in the stats, I've never lost to one. I personally do not like keeping Corridor Creeper in the mulligan against aggro. Some people disagree with that. I just don't like keeping it. As for the mulligan, how do you mulligan with this deck? If you queue into an aggro deck, this is what you keep. Bloodsail Flybooter, Buccaneer, Pharaoh Cat, South Sea Deckhand, Spy Mistress, and Evil Miscreant. If you're queuing into a control deck, the only difference here is instead of keeping the Evil Miscreant, you keep the Hench Clan Thug. Otherwise, the mulligan's quite straightforward. Now, we kind of got the nuts here, because we can actually go Spy Mistress, coin, Spy Mistress. That's 6 face damage. That's a big deal. Demon Hunter minions tend to be 2 health, so I can just hero power and deal with whatever gets thrown at me. And they have nothing. So normally you hero power on turn 2 as an Odd Rogue, but because I have such an advantage here, I'm just gonna go in and smack for a bunch. I should also mention about the mulligans, the only difference is if you're against an even shaman, keep the Vile Spine Slayers. They can really help against some of those giant minions that they pump out. Okay, I'm going to go with the Shady Dealer because it's a 5/4. Again, this is very rare to not hero power, but our board is just so good. We're packing 13 damage next turn with the hero power. Okay. Okay, so the carpet's going to be incredible next turn. So again, shockingly, I'm not going to hero power. I'm actually going to get the lackeys because I want to play the lackeys with the magic carpet next turn. One thing you'll find with Odd Rogue is you typically want to play 1 or 2 turns in advance. And because I had the magic carpet, that's why I did that play. Okay, so we have 9 damage on board. In this case, I'm gonna because I'm at such an advantage, I can take a greedy turn here and have a look at what spell I can get. Gang up on patches. That seems like a good idea. And again, I'm gonna be super greedy. I'm also gonna discover the dragon. I gotta take a Brightwing. It's my brand. And to be honest, these two are just too slow. Okay. So as soon as I get my next pirate, I've got 5 more pirates in my deck. So there's a 5 in 23 chance I can pull 3 patches out of my deck. Interesting that he hit the 1/1 then. Okay, that makes sense. Well, there's a Faceless Corruptor. So this is kind of nice. Now, again, make sure you attack first and use a lackey, not a pirate, because of the synergies. We can buff that. Trade here. Get a Corridor Creeper. Notice how I purposely positioned it next to the 4/4? Because you've got to be careful of positioning with your Fungalmancer. You always want to be thinking about what's the most Fungalmancer value I can get, and so you want your high health minions to be touching. One good tip that I tend to do is I like to keep the highest health on the left and work my way down on my board. It's been a habit I've done for years when playing any deck, to be honest. Unless I'm playing around Meteor. Okay, so Patches is going to draw 2 patches, but let's check for lethal. So we have 6/8 with 2 off lethal. They've already played both Warblades. They've played 1 I-Beam. They don't run taunts to my knowledge. So I believe the correct play here is to go Hero Power, Magic Carpet, get some patches out, and we go face. There's no point trading.
Justice is mine.
Not even going to trade that one in. There's no point.
They will never catch me. My blades will sing.
That's game. Can we play Brightwing for BM? Let's go, 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 go. Don't concede, don't concede. I want to see what I get. Oh, Gazlowe. Okay. Top 1000 legend, let's go. Not that good. Okay, so we've queued into a Druid, and I haven't talked about the matchups for this deck. So what are our good, what are our bad matchups? So, Cube Warlock, Jade Druid that's running Oaken Summons are awful matchups. Now, oh, I can do a friend. Now, I'm going to assume it's a greedy druid, and we don't normally do this, but I'm going to keep the shady dealer because I want to coin it on 2. If it's the Kalthus druid, it's actually not that bad because they don't have taunts, but again, they can armor up like crazy. Some other matchups that are particularly awful is, of course, Secret Mage. Secret Mage is pretty unpleasant. Now here we have a choice, and the correct play is Deckhand because I plan on coining a dealer on 3. This specific build with the Magic Carpet, I think it actually does well against Pirate Warrior, Odd Demon Hunter, even Shaman, just because you can deal with the board a little bit better than your typical Odd Rogue list. Against Big Priest, you're pretty favored. Against Reno Priest, you're probably going to lose. So one thing to keep in mind. Typically, I always beat Hunters pretty much consistently. You're very favored against Odd Paladin. Again, because of the carpets. Mech Handbuff Paladin's okay. I seem to do okay against them. Maybe I just get lucky, but I'm not 100%. I like mana. So in this case, I'm actually going to play the Deckhand because I might want to Hero Power and get a 3 attack weapon. So let's give ourselves another 5/4. And also something very important. Always keep a 1-drop in your hand. You need your 1-drop to combo with your Vile Spine, combo with your Miscreant. Okay, so this player does play the Oaken Summons package. They just got a little unlucky. I like them giving me all this mana. That's pretty nice. So I think we buccaneer that Vargoth. Go on the Vargoth. Yay! Now I don't have to use my Vile Spine. Okay, serious time. Let us think. 1, 2, 3, and some 4/4s sounds lovely. I know I just said don't save your 1-drop for your combos, but this is a special case. This is a special case where we want to get a big board. Because this makes their Plague particularly useless. Again, Poison Seed Starfall is quite awful. They didn't have it. Ooh, they're drawing cards. Okay. If I can top deck a Fungalmancer, that would be really, really nice. Oh, wow. Okay. Kitty Cat. Well, again, at this point it's the late game, so you can chuck away the 1-drop. So let's see what we get. Ooh. I don't think I should play any more minions just because of Spreading Plague. I think we gotta chill and just hold on to our board. And maybe we get lethal next turn. I think playing anything else is a mistake. It's fine. Don't care. That's also fine. One, 3, 5, 7, 9. Leroy's lethal. Didn't get it. Now here's a cute little play. Oh, but that's bad against Plague. I was thinking Carpet Mistress, but no, we don't want to do that. We're gonna go Mistress and just Vile Spine face.
I wonder. Home in the shadows. Justice is mine.
Okay. Basically, if our opponent gets Plague, we lose. That's basically how this works. We've literally queued into our worst matchup. This is okay. It's not a complete disaster. If I can top deck a Bloodsail Flybooter, that's gonna help me with my trades. Vile Spine, that's cool too. I think we have lethal. Maybe. I don't want to figure it out. I'm just gonna do things. That's how you play Hearthstone, right? Just do things.
Justice is mine.
3. It's man, adding is hard. Okay, it was 1 off. So literally we lose to a top deck plague. Don't you dare top deck plague, or I'll be angry. No. Oh, so how do we win? How do we win? We need to get a Miscreant, and the Miscreant's gonna give us the damage lackey. That's how we win. Okay, that's a kitty cat.
Listen, you brats.
Let's see what kitty cat gives us. That's not bad.
Justice is mine.
Okay, so our opponent needs Starfall and gaining a ton of armor. Can they combo? I think they might be able to combo with this. Let's have a look. Aviana? Their board's clogged though. It's one thing to consider. Okay. Oh, this might be lethal. This is maybe lethal. I think it's lethal. So we want to, okay, we want to play the rush guys first. And this guy too. Yep. We did it. Wow. Literally our worst matchup ever. And we punched through. So yeah. I think Odd Rogue's amazing. I think it's underrated. You'll find the deck code in the description below. Let me know how your experience goes with the deck. Let me know how it went. And if you want to support this channel, you can click that subscribe button. Click that bell. And until next time, hope to see you again.